How's it going, everybody? Great Say Geek here. I know this video has been a bit delayed. This people have been talking about this for a little bit now, but this is kind of the time I've had to get around to it. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the beginner's guide, go over that for those of you who may not have seen it yet. Just get more information out there and just give my thoughts on it. I did kind of look at it already, but we're just going to kind of read through it just to make sure we cover everything. Some of it, if you are familiar with the Budokai Tenkaichi series, you probably already know most of this because a lot of the heads-up display and controls can be kind of similar. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it, read through it, and just give our thoughts on it. So first off, and this is on the Bandai Namco site. I'll have the description for the actual article in the description. So if you want to go and take a look at it and you haven't already, you can do that. So it talks about this first part, the HUD, the heads-up display, which is pretty much similar to the older ones. I mean, there's a few obviously things that are new, but if you've played these games before, you pretty much know what the health bar is, the key gauge, the timer. I didn't know what this icon was, so to know it's a transformation icon helps me, because I thought it had to do with the number, if the skill count had to do with your transformation, which maybe it does too. So the HP gauge, the bar shows the character's current HP level and decreases when you or the opponent take damage. Once it hits 0, the character is defeated. And then kind of like the old ones, every health bar has a different color, which is pretty standard and what I'd expect. The key gauge, like in the original anime, key is the power that can be used to perform super attacks and other movements. To increase the key gauge, you can either charge it yourself or it will slightly charge by itself whenever you hit your opponent with hand-to-hand combos. Once your key gauge is maxed out, you can start filling up your sparking gauge to enter in a state known as sparking mode, which is kind of just like the full power mode, I think. Decreases as you dash or use key blast at blast attacks, in-game super attacks. Once the key bar becomes red, you will not be able to move until it returns back to normal. So I assume that's like the full power mode, kind of in the old ones when you get the bar maxed up and you had like a skill point or something, you could charge it to full and actually do like your ultimate attack. So I assume that's probably similar to that. The skill count is used when you perform various moves such as transformation. Okay, so you still use the skills. Fusion and skills like super perception or revenge counter. It charges over time, as every time the blue bar is full, it adds 1 charge to the count. Okay. Transformation icon, this displays the amount of available transformations for the character. Okay. So is there like I just see an arrow in this picture. So I wonder if there's something else. It just tells you, hey, there is a transformation available. Well, it says it displays the amount of available transformations, so I don't know, maybe there actually is a number or something that changes inside the icon to let you know if you have more. We'll have to see. I'm not sure. Hit count displays the number of blows delivered and the amount of damage delta received. Timer, yeah, pretty standard. So this is the part that I actually like to know for myself what the standard and classic controls are. The classic controls, obviously, they look like the old Tenkaichi games. Guard on the O button, I guess for PlayStation. I refer to the PlayStation controller. Those look pretty similar. When I'm looking at the standard, I'm probably going to choose standard, even though I've been playing through the older ones. So I'll probably get used to the old controls, but I still want to use the new ones, mainly because, 1, it'll feel more familiar to modern games, but 2, because of this right here, the QTE. It says the changes in controls will also affect the QTE or QuickTime events sequence controls. I prefer not to rotate the hell out of my joystick if possible. So if I can avoid doing that, I will. So that's a big reason why I'll probably go to standard. But this is actually really important to know, and I don't think they said that before this, that the controls you choose is going to affect how you do the QuickTime events. So if you don't want to rotate your joystick like crazy and risk damaging your controller, which I know controllers are sturdier now than they used to be, but still, if you're from those days and you've broken a lot of controllers doing that, you might want to choose standard. This was another thing that I found interesting with the guard. It says hold whatever the guard button is. It can be oriented with low guard by pressing down in the guard button or high guard up in the down button. I don't know if this was already talked about. I don't think this is in the old games. Maybe I'm wrong. So I don't know if there's like combinations you can do where there's high attacks, mid attacks, low attacks or something to get through blocks, which would be really cool if that is an option you can do. But I'm not 100% sure. So, but that will be interesting if that's something you can do, is, you know, if someone's blocking and you can do some type of low attack and break through that block, that'd be pretty cool. Step and short dash. Pressing X or A enables you to move quickly in the air or on the ground. Yep, pretty similar. Ascend, jump, descend, pretty much standard. Smash attack can be used for close combos. Hold square or X to perform a smash attack. Key blast, throw a key blast. Hold triangle or Y to throw a smash key blast. Again, very similar. I expect most of this obviously to be similar as it's a sequel to the Budokai Tenkaichi games. So a lot of this is going to be, for those of you who played the old ones, just information you kind of already know. Rush Chain enables to deliver long combos by pressing square X once to 4 times and then pressing triangle or Y. The footage shown demonstrates the flying kick, which is activated by pressing triangle or Y after a single square and X. Actions may differ from each character, which, yep, pretty standard. Key charge, you can charge your key bar by pressing R2 or LT to strike key blasts. And super attacks. Okay. Understanding battles. With its stunning and extremely varied roster, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero offers multiple ways to enjoy battles. Given the many customization options, stats, metrics, and more, let's take a look at the various possibilities the game offers for an amazing player experience. With the game's large roster, each character comes with their own dedicated stats, which is pretty cool. This would have been nice in the original game sometimes to have, like, at least I never saw it, stats to know they're gonna be like high damaging or whatever. Each character has their own stat tree that can be influenced by customization, transformation, or current state. That's cool. It displays the following metrics, which this is going to be kind of cool to see if you choose Goku, for example, and you can see the Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and see this bar for each of those transformations. So you know just before even playing what that transformation is going to do to your character. You know, is it going to boost their ki? Is it going to boost their attack? Is it going to boost their special attack? You know, what's the trade-off that you're getting for transformations? That'll be nice to see. Special attack, this increases the strength of blasts and ultimate blasts. HP, increasing the stat, gives you a higher number of HP. Combo, this increases the damage dealt by combos. Ki, high ki allows stat to perform stronger ki blasts and or charge their ki faster. Attack, this stat increases the power of smash and hand-to-hand attacks. We're going down to customization, but this is going to be interesting to see how you can customize this game, like through the episode mode, you know, and changing your different stats. If you want to give your guy more health, you want to give him more attack, ki, whatever, how that translates to offline battles, and if that translates to online battles as well. Like, can you do this online and have a mode where you have gear used and then maybe a mode where your gear isn't used? We'll have to see. So this is the big part though, customization. This is the most exciting part. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you'll be able to customize every character in the game to make them fit with your taste and play style. You can change a character's outfit based on your unlocked costumes. Note that this change is only cosmetic and does not have an impact on the character's stats, but can sometimes change the moveset when equipped. So this is something that I wanted to know, like we're seeing here, are a lot of these unlockable in-game, or is there an in-game cash shop that you have to purchase with real money to get certain costumes, or is it a combination of both? Because I could see there being like an in-game shop where you buy skins that are just cosmetic. However, I still hope, whether they do that or not, that there are skins you can get in-game by just playing through maybe episode mode or doing certain other battles. Whatever it is, maybe there's an in-game currency that you can use to unlock stuff, like a in-game shop that's not using real money. But we'll have to see, because we know what the pre-order, can't remember if it was the pre-order bonus or it's like the Ultimate or Gold Edition. I can't remember now, even though I just did a video on it not too long ago. You get like a Dragon Ball Super Goku skin that has the power pole, which actually changes one of the moves to like a power pole attack, which is pretty cool. So I don't know how many of these they're going to have. I'm sure some characters are going to have more than others, but it'll be interesting to see. Accessories, you can choose to equip some specific characters with their anime accessories to reproduce their famous moves or partially change their look. So it refers to a halo and a scouter. So I'm wondering if there's going to be certain moves that, well, now that this character has a halo, we're going to use maybe certain moves for that character versus when they don't have a halo. Like maybe if Vegeta has a scouter versus doesn't have a scouter, is that going to change moves, or is some of them just going to be cosmetic while others actually change moves? It's going to be interesting. It's a lot of kind of a taste of what's possible without really knowing too much. So we'll have to see. Type, this defines the additional characteristics, abilities based on the character type you select. I assume this is like speed and power, like the trailers we've seen. If certain are power types or speed types. But then ability items, it says you can enhance characters' abilities, right? Probably enhancing this up here, your maybe stats that way. It does say speed, strength, HP though. So maybe those are things that do affect this bar, but there's actual other stats that you put into that to change that. Let me see here. But I've also wondered with that, with speed and strength, like, can you make any character a speed type or a power type technically based on how you put stats into them? Like, can you make Broly Super be a strength type, or can you actually just boost the hell out of a speed and make him more of a speed type instead of a strength type? So that'll be interesting, because it also says down here you can customize all your favorite characters to make your look even more unique during online battles. So that kind of goes back to, you know, when you change the looks and feel of your characters online, can you make is that just cosmetic stuff, or can you go in with everything? How you've set their skills, how you've set their abilities, because that'd be pretty cool. It'd be cool to have two different modes, maybe more strictly competitive one that, you know, just kind of uses, their default stuff. And then if there's a mode that just however you customize your character, that way if you're playing a match Goku versus Goku, it could be two different Gokus, basically. One that's focused on strength, one that's focused on speed, one that has, you know, these customized abilities. It'd make it a little more unique, so you're not just fighting the same person. Anyways, that's all they share in the article. I'm sure we're gonna get more, right? They've been giving so much stuff. So we'll try to get a video out sooner when something else big drops. Hopefully we get a demo soon. That's what I'm most excited for. Hopefully we get a demo soon that we can all play. That would be great. But if we do, it probably won't be till like September, maybe August, before that happens. But anyways, that's my thoughts. And again, I'll have this page linked in the description if you guys want to go check it out and just read through it yourselves. But everything I see of this game makes me more and more excited. This is my most anticipated game of the year by far. So I hope it's good. I hope they take their time. I hope they do it justice. It seems like they're listening to player feedback and changing things that need to be changed and polishing it. So hopefully this is the best Dragon Ball game of all time. So we're going to find out. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time on The Great Saigeek.